Hart, and we are at the Liffey Valley Mall in Dublin, Ireland, and this is for the public workouts. This is Chantelle Cameron going up against Katie Taylor. This is the rematch, and now let's meet some of the athletes.
I think the last fight, I don't think it was my best performance. Obviously, I'm delighted I got the win and taking Katie's O, but I feel like this time I'm going to put on a better performance. I put the work in the gym, so all I've got to do now is perform. There's no excuses.
Chantelle, obviously, I was going to say you're back in the Lions Den, but seeing how these Irish fans are treating you right now, they're getting mobbed, just like Katie Taylor got mobbed. Do you feel like you're in the Lions Den right now?
It feels good, like what a turnout, and they've been so respectful and obviously making me feel like fantastic. So yeah, it's just is what it is, but I'm just focused on my job. But all of this is just part of the parcel.
Obviously, after the first fight, you wanted to bring big time boxing back to Northampton. After this one, if you get the win on Saturday night, will we see you in Northampton getting that big fight that you deserve?
All I've got to focus on is winning on Saturday, and after that I'll think about what's next, but it's all about Saturday night for me.
Chantelle, I remember last time just how relaxed you were going into the fight. You seem laser focused this week. Why is that for you? I mean, it's a big occasion. Certainly last time you weren't used to it, but it was almost like you'd dealt with it a million times before. What is it in the build-up of a fight that just doesn't faze you, especially one like this?
I just love fighting, and for me this is just, you just got to do it. I don't enjoy it, I just enjoy fighting, so I'm just literally just like water for ducks back. I'm just getting it done and just excited to actually do what I love doing, and that's fighting. So it's just about Saturday night for me. As soon as the bell goes, I can just enjoy it and have some fun.
You said you were critical of your performance last time round. You didn't box as well as you can be. This time round, I mean, without giving it away too much, what is different, and how do you expect it to go Saturday night?
There was a lot of rounds that were scrappy. There was a lot of falling in, holding, headbutts, and I just got to be cleaner and make sure that I do the clean work. And if Katie comes in with her headbutts, making sure that I'm not standing there and I'm square. And just there's a lot. It's going to be a much better fight regardless. And I just feel like this is the best version the best I've ever felt. And I'm going in there full of confidence with that. And just knowing that I don't want to be taking clean headbutts, so I need to box better.
Chantelle, you said that this is the best you've ever felt, right? Katie Taylor's always had the target on her back. This time she's not got the target on her back. You're the sort of hunter being hunted, so to speak. So what kind of Katie Taylor are you expecting this time around?
So my mindset is that the target's still on Katie's back. I've got no target on my back. All the pressure's on Katie. So for me, it's as much as I've got the belts, it's kind of, it doesn't matter. That belts don't mean nothing really. All I care about is performing and winning. So for me, it's just got to prove everyone wrong again and cement this for me and make sure that I beat Katie Taylor in better fashion this time.
Are you expecting a hungrier Katie Taylor? Maybe somebody's going to come meet you fire with fire, because last time she was on the back foot a little bit more. Do you expect her to meet you in the middle, maybe a little bit more this fight?
I'm hoping she meets me in the middle. But she'll come out. She'll come out. She's got more to prove, and she's going to know that she's going to have to try and win them first few rounds. But I'm going to meet her.
Some of our most famous fighters have done trilogies. Would you be open to that in case Katie did win?
As long as it's for Katie's belts and we're down at her weight.
Chantelle, even though you won, what makes you come back into the Lions Den? How come it's not in your hometown, despite the fact you were victorious the first time?
Because I had to come back here.
Chantelle, you earlier on, he was saying, from listening to you, he thinks you're expecting a knockout. Is that what you're expecting on Saturday night?
I'd never go looking for the knockouts, but I'm stronger than I've ever been, and I'm going in there with a bit more confidence this time, where I've been in that big arena, I've had the crowd going against me, I've had the boos, I've been in the Lions Den, so I'm going to enjoy it, and I know that I've got the power there, and whatever happens, happens, but all I'm doing is I'm going in there to win.
Do you expect to be fighting Katie Taylor again? Do you expect the rematch?
Yes, I do.
Do you feel that in the first fight, it seemed like you were able to beat Katie at her own game, fighting her? Do you feel that if you start that sooner, you'll be able to get a more conclusive victory, or maybe even stop her in the fight?
I need to make sure that I get a more convincing victory, because I don't want to leave it in the judges' hands either, because there's been some upsets in boxing lately with bad decisions, and I don't want to be one of them that get judges that go against me. I want to make sure that I do a clean enough win that I'm going to get the victory. And if the stoppage is there, but I won't be looking for it. But I know that, yeah, I know.
You looked at eyes again yesterday at the face-off where you come back head-to-head. Is there anything you see different when facing off with her this time round, sort of the vibe that you got out of it?
I'm not in awe this time. I think I've got a bit more like, I'm back in Dublin, I've got to do it all over again, all on Katie's terms. So I'm coming here like I do every other fight week. It's another opponent, another fighter, and I'm going in there to make sure that I win.
How strong is Katie in terms of physically in the ring and her power in the punch?
Just a great fighter, very fast. That's all I've got to say.
Chantelle, what have you done in training camp to get that more conclusive victory? What have you changed?
A lot. But not really going to say it on interviews. But we've done a lot of different things.
Do you think you can stop it?
We'll see on Saturday.
Thanks, Chantelle.
Thank you.
Chantelle,
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kristal Hart, and we are in Dublin, Ireland, and this is the final press conference leading up to the Chantelle Cameron versus Katie Taylor rematch. It takes place Saturday, November 25th. It's at the 3 Arena, once again here in Dublin, Ireland, and it is for the Undisputed Super Lightweight Championship of the World. And now, let's go to the press conference.
Katie, challenger, the underdog for the first time. Knowing you, I guess you're quite relishing that position, and I know you say it's always just a fight, etc., but just a massive moment for you on Saturday.
Yeah, very much so. Very, very grateful for this opportunity again. I have a second chance here, and I just can't wait to fight at this stage, whether I'm seen as the underdog or the favourite. Whoever walks to the ring first or second, all that stuff is irrelevant. I'm just excited and hungry for rematch, and I can't wait to step in there on Saturday and perform the way I know I can.
I know you're probably going to say no, but when people start to question you, people start to doubt you, I know that you can be stubborn and you're so driven. Does part of that want to show the world that Katie Taylor is still pound for pound #1 on Saturday night? I know the victory stands first, but does that doubt make you want to prove people wrong on Saturday?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I don't really take too much notice of what people are saying, to be honest. I'm very much single-minded, and the only people I really listen to are my team and my family and the people who I trust. But I understand that this is a huge fight, and I understand that this is a must-win fight for me. And I can't wait just to step in there now at this stage. I know that I'm going to perform to the best of my ability on Saturday, and it could be a different fight than the last time, and I'm just excited to showcase that.
When you learn the lessons from the build-up last time, do you feel much different now than you did on that Thursday before the last fight? I remember literally a week out, you were here every day, you were doing stuff, whether you were going to schools, whether you were having kids on the pads in the ring, whether you were doing the ring walks, and did you just feel fresher and stronger at this moment ahead of this fight?
Yeah, without a doubt. I feel a lot better this time around. I just can't wait to step in there. There's nothing else to say really. I'm just ready to fight. I hate all the talk. I hate all these press conferences. There's nothing to say. I'm just ready to fight at this stage, and I'm excited for it. I'm very, very grateful to have this opportunity, and I'm just ready.
And finally, I know you expect to be better on Saturday. Chantelle's already talked about she thinks she'll be better. I think she believes she can win the fight by stoppage as well. You expect to have to go to those deep, dark places that you always go to on Saturday night to get this win?
Yeah, I'm always ready for whatever comes my way. I think I'm ready to dig deep when I have to, and that's why I put my body through the trenches week in, week out, throughout training, and to be ready for these situations. So I'm going to be ready for whatever comes my way, I think, on Saturday.
Well, thank you, Katie. Chantelle, reigning champion. You've had a smile on your face all week, all camp. The belief from you and your team is quite incredible. But at the same time, you realise what a competitor Katie Taylor is, and this is going to be another tough moment for you to overcome on Saturday.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not complacent whatsoever, so that's why I put the work in. I've trained harder than ever. I feel like it's the best camp I've had because I knew I'm going to be up against it. Katie seeking revenge, and I couldn't take that into my stride and think, oh, it's going to be a walk in the park, because it definitely isn't. So I know it's the fittest I've ever been.
Some people say that Katie wasn't at her best in the last fight. I feel like you also feel that way, that you weren't at your best as well. But people probably taking away as well the performance that you put in that fight. Katie likes to build a lead in the early parts of the fight. You were on her from the first bell. Should we expect the same on Saturday without giving a game plan? I mean, that's generally the mindset of most of the tacticians and the media, that you're going to set a hot pace on Saturday.
I always set a hot pace. Every single time I fight, I go in there and I set the pace. And I've got a high work rate, and I'm going to do what I've got to do, and I can also adapt. So I can adapt to any situation. As much as I can have a high work rate and get stuck in and have a fight, I can also box.
BBC Northampton are here, and they're already talking about homecomings in Northampton. Interestingly as well, your profile continues to rise. One of the biggest ticket sellers on this card is you, with many hundred flying over from England and Northampton as well. Big support here, and seems like you're embracing Dublin and Ireland this time around. Yeah, they're very knowledgeable, they are respectful. We know they're going to be passionate for Katie, but you feel very comfortable out here.
Yeah, I do feel really comfortable, and I'm embracing the week. I'm enjoying it for once, but usually I hate all this, but I'm just taking it in my stride and just enjoying it.
I know fighters don't always give predictions, and I'm not going to ask you for one, but you do feel that with that pace that you set, the confidence that you have, the condition that you're in, you believe you can win this fight inside the distance on Saturday night?
I've had great preparation, the fittest I've ever been, the strongest I've ever been. I ain't got a tour and tricep this time, so I'm good to go.
Okay, and finally to both girls, Katie, ahead of, I know you want to take yourself away from this mad experience and this mad occasion, but the whole country behind you, your third successive sellout after Madison Square Garden, 3 Arena, just expect another epic atmosphere on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what every single fighter dreams of, to headline a huge show like this, to headline a huge sold-out show, and it's going to be another amazing night Saturday. The show is going to be, the atmosphere is going to be absolutely electric again, and I can't wait. May the best fighter win.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Chantelle. Thank you, Jamie, Ross, and Alfie Sharman as well from DAZN. A breathtaking rematch. I cannot wait for Saturday night. The first fight was really good. This is going to be unbelievable. You will see a war on Saturday night for the undisputed super lightweight world championships between Chantelle Cameron and Katie Taylor, live from the sold-out 3 Arena on DAZN around the world.
With us, Eddie Hearn with Matchroom Boxing. Here we are again in Dublin, Ireland. This is the rematch, Chantelle Cameron against Katie Taylor. Now, first of all, what do you feel happened the first time with Katie Taylor? It was her homecoming. She came up a little short.
Well, firstly, Kristal, welcome to Ireland. Thanks for making the trip. I just think, we keep talking about what went wrong, or physically she wasn't at her best, but we're also got to acknowledge the brilliance of Chantelle Cameron. Super tough, great shot selection, punches very hard, very strong, and was just the better fighter on the night. So physically, Katie Taylor will definitely be better this time around. But Chantelle Cameron is full of confidence, and she may go to another level in this fight as well. As I said, last time was a really good fight. This time will be a thriller.
You know, we also have a few other women, Lucy Wild, Hart, Sky Nicholson. Could talk a little bit about them?
Yeah, good fight. I mean, Sky Nicholson was a fantastic amateur. She's got a chance now as interim world champion to move into the mandatory position for Amanda Serrano, and people keep talking about that fight. But Lucy Wildheart, you saw, for a lot of fighters to get an opportunity on a card like this, it's like, I'm just, I can't wait. And she's going to bring everything on Saturday. Sky should show her levels and her ability, but it'll be tough. But if she comes through I believe she'll be called as mandatory for Amanda Serrano, who is one of the greatest fighters of all time. And that's really the plan for every featherweight, to try and get a shot at Amanda Serrano, because she's the queen of the division.
Talking about Amanda, do you think that Katie will ever fight again Amanda, or is that part of history?
I think we have to look at what happens on Saturday night. I mean, I do think Katie will move back down to lightweight after this fight, regardless, win or lose. But, if she was to beat Chantelle Cameron, it could set up a trilogy against Chantelle Cameron, or we could look at the rematch against Amanda Serrano. But definitely the Serrano-Taylor fight will always be one that will get the fans excited after that amazing night at Madison Square Garden.
That's what I said to Cameron, a trilogy. That's what I'm sort of looking forward to, coming back to Ireland.
She probably didn't like that, because the only way a trilogy happens is if she loses on Saturday. So we'll see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, talking about Amanda, she just recently did 3-minute rounds. What is your take on 3-minute rounds?
I think that the 2-minute rounds have been really good for the entertainment factor of the women's fights. I think that it's really helped grow the sport. We have to evolve, and I do think there's a select few that 3-minute rounds would work for. I think it all really depends on the governing bodies. And I think my response, I've never met a fighter that's gone, oh, I don't want to do 3 minutes. Some are pushing for it because it might suit their style more, and some are saying whatever the rule is the rule. The WBC are saying we will only allow 2-minute rounds. And if that's their stance, if you want to fight for the WBC title, which a lot of these fighters do, it has to be 2 minutes. Some of the other governing bodies have allowed it. So I see the argument both ways, but we do have to keep evolving. We'll see where the future takes us.
Talking about the future, I've been around a while. I was there when in America HBO closed down. Now it seems that Showtime is going to eliminate maybe Showbox and Championship Boxing, which builds boxers. ESPN says they're having a hard time competing with some of these, I don't know if it's Netflix or whatever. What do you feel about the state of boxing and all these changes? I mean, I know that you are over here more in Europe, but, well, no, you're really breaking through in the American.
From our perspective, the Zone is doing great. They've had their best year ever financially, which is important. The model's really working successfully. And I think it's not a reflection of boxing, it's a reflection of the way people are digesting content. I feel that people are watching more on apps and via streaming. I think that's consistent with all sports. And I said 2 years ago that Showtime would be out of boxing because the business just doesn't work for them. And it's only really the stubbornness of Stephen Espinosa that's kept fighting. And this year probably their best year yet. Yet they still pulled the plug. So it shows you that the business of boxing doesn't always work. We've just got to make sure that we keep making the business of boxing work for our broadcast partners. And then we've got a great future, and at the moment we're flying.
Well, also Saudi Arabia is sort of jumping into this queue. Your thoughts on that? And you have a fight coming up, Anthony Joshua, but do the fans, I mean, most probably won't travel there. And
the world's a big place. We can't just say boxing only takes place in London and Las Vegas. But we know that's where the atmosphere is generated. I mean, particularly in Dublin. Wait till you see this atmosphere on Saturday. So these emerging countries have still got the right to host boxing, and it will grow in time like it did grow here. So they're very aggressive. They're giving big opportunities for fighters. They want to stage the big fights, and this will be our third show in Saudi Arabia, and every time we've been there has been a great experience. So again, whilst there's opportunities there for the fighters, we'll be supporting it.
You think it'll close out someplace like Las Vegas, where usually the big fight?
I don't think so, but if a fighter's making double the money to go somewhere else, it's definitely going to be something they consider.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, and any prediction?
No, boxing wins. There you go.
Hi, I'm Kristal Hart, and we are at 3 Arena in Dublin, Ireland. We're in front of a sold-out crowd. Katie Taylor defeats Chantelle Cameron by majority decision to become the undisputed super lightweight champion of the world. A matter of fact, the new undisputed super lightweight champion of the world. And now, let's go to post.
And I said earlier at the press conference this week, we're all very lucky to be involved in this fight, and I think you will all echo that. We're very lucky to witness what we saw tonight. Just an incredible fight between two pound-for-pound greats of the sport. Incredible effort from Chantelle Cameron and Katie Taylor. They're almost written off in the build-up to this fight by many. Just rolled back. They rolled back the years, but just put on the performance of the career to become a two-division undisputed world champion. Katie joining us up here with Ross. Over to you guys for questions.
Katie, I've got one for you. Obviously, you've done so much in your career, amateur, professional. Where does that rank? I saw the emotion in the ring. I've not seen that from you before. So where does that rank in your career so far?
Well, it definitely feels like the greatest night of my career so far. I think it was the longest 6 months of waiting for this rematch. I think over the last few months I've just gone to bed thinking about this rematch, and just the pressure over the last few months as well. Everyone writing me off. I can't believe so many people were writing me off, to be honest. And I was just this win meant so much to me. I had 2-8 undisputed champion, in front of my home crowd. Definitely such a special night.
You've always been the favourites going into fights, so when people were writing you off, going into this training camp, did that add more fire to your belly to go in there and obviously get the win over Chantelle Cameron? Who's the bigger girl? She is this, she's just kind of a little bit of power, so did that give you that extra fuel in that fight tonight?
I think so. I mean, I think going off the loss, you have to obviously, I guess, go the extra mile and train over the last few months. I've put our body through a torture all these last few months of preparation for this rematch, and we knew we were really well prepared stepping in here, but definitely people write me off. I was nearly half offended that people are actually writing me off so much. It's great to prove people wrong, and I'm back on top again.
One more from me, sorry Kate, one more from me. Obviously, boxing, we've all seen great trilogies. We'll go to Mickey Ward and Gatti, we'll go to Barrera Morales, Tyson Fury, Wilder more recently. You up for a trilogy? You said that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think, like I was saying in the ring, I don't think women's boxing has seen a trilogy before. So, one of my favourite fighters is Marco Antonio Barrera Morales. It's the best trilogy you could ever see. So, if we can have that type of a trilogy, that would be absolutely iconic for the sport. And even better if we did get it in Croke Park, 80,000 people. That's the stadium we've all wanted for the homecoming, so that would be absolutely amazing if that happened.
Thanks, Kate.
Katie, did it feel a little bit different in the early going this time around? It seemed different for us watching, just you seemed more sharp almost, and you kind of said afterwards you were a bit flat last time. Just wondering why that was.
Yeah, it obviously didn't. I think everybody watching the fight knew I wasn't myself in the last fight, and I definitely felt a lot better going into this fight, and I knew it was going to be a lot different. Just stepping through, I knew I was going to be myself tonight. I knew I was going to be able to pull it off. Box very, very smart early on in the fight, and I think that's what we're going to find out.
Is there anything you can tell us now about some of the differences in your preparation that you, well, obviously for obvious reasons, weren't willing to divulge before the fight?
It's healthier.
Got more sleep.
Maybe how would you sum up the atmosphere out there tonight?
Absolutely amazing. The atmosphere is always so special, but yeah, tonight was a very, very special night for myself. I'm overwhelmed sometimes just thinking of the support I get. Yeah, I can hardly speak at the moment.
What was different about this training camp compared to the last one, Katie?
Just the preparation was just a lot better, and the sparring was a lot better. We actually brought Sandy Ryan in for sparring over the last few weeks, and she was a vital part of my preparation as well. So grateful for Sandy. She came over for the last few weeks and helped me out in preparation for this fight. So that was a big help as well.
And you normally say you don't look back at fights, but did you look back and study Cameron the first?
I watched around 10 seconds of the last fight, so I can't watch it.
Eddie, do you intend on doing the trilogy?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, I think firstly, the support of Ireland and the gates that we've registered here have enabled us to make mega fights and start to get to the levels that these great fighters deserve. And we can do that in Ireland. There's not many places that we can do that. This is Katie's third successive 7-figure sellout gate, Madison Square Garden, and now twice at the 3 Arena. And as I said at the shopping centre on Wednesday, there's not really, you could count on one hand the draws in boxing the size of Katie Taylor. You know, it's Canelo, it's AJ, it's Fury, and it's Katie Taylor, and that's it globally. So really, to reach those heights of what they deserve, we need to be in Ireland. And you know, I know that Chantelle will feel that, you know, it didn't go her way and things were up again, but the reality is, if we want to reach those levels financially and pay fighters what they deserve, we need to hit huge gates. And Katie Taylor draws huge gates, especially in Ireland. And that's the reality of the situation. So, you know, my first thoughts are, if we're going Croke Park, which we'll do everything we can to, Chantelle Cameron is the pick for the trilogy. And it's really only Chantelle Cameron or Amanda Serrano. You know, they're the 2 mega fights out there that Croke Park warrants. So, you know, if those fighters want that opportunity and want those kind of paydays and chance at legacy, like Katie can deliver, absolutely love to.
Katie, what would you prefer, Serrano or the trilogy with Cameron?
I really don't care either one, to be honest. Which one would you prefer?
Don't put me on the spot like that. I'll take either.
You get him lost for words.
You came back to Brave with the gold medal. You came back with the world belt. Any plans to come back with the? How many is it now? 8, 12 belts you have. The people of Bray love you. Will you visit us? Over the next few days. We want to see you coming home, basically.
Down to Bray, yeah. I'm not too sure what the plans are for the next couple of weeks, but I am home for the next few weeks. So, I'm just looking forward to spending a bit of time with my family. Really, it's been a busy 2 months of preparation for this fight, so I get a chance to relax. So it's amazing to be home.
Eddie, look, Katie deserves a break, obviously. Look, she's had a grueling fight. When do you start making the moves for Croke Park? I know I know the way you think. Is it going to be tomorrow morning? You're going to be up there?
I don't want to upset anyone in the process. So, you know, maybe Brian, you know, the local, can come in and have these.
And I'm Kristal Hart reporting from 3 Arena here in Dublin, Ireland. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the fights.